The ocean is essentially Earth's own monster factory, and some of its creations make even the fiercest sharks seem like tiny goldfish. Today, we're diving deep into both the past and present to meet sea creatures so enormous they could mistake cruise ships for chew toys. From ancient leviathans to modern-day giants, these creatures aren't just big, they're record-breakingly massive. Get ready to hold your breath, and maybe your lunch, as we explore the 20 largest sea creatures to ever roam the waters. The Mosasaurus. Let's talk about the Mosasaurus, a prehistoric ocean creature that gained fame from its role in the first Jurassic World film. In the movie, it entertained the crowd before chaos struck, later helping to take down the Indominus Rex. This massive creature was estimated to reach over 15 meters in length, and there were multiple species of Mosasaurus, making it a dominant force in the oceans millions of years ago. While extinct for 66 million years, the Mosasaurus lived closer to humans than many dinosaurs, and its powerful bite made it a top predator. Its strong jaw muscles allowed it to take down just about anything in the ocean, earning it a spot as one of the apex predators of the prehistoric Atlantic. In fact, the Mosasaurus was known to be cannibalistic, sometimes attacking its own kind, especially during conflicts with other pods. Imagine what the world would be like if creatures like these still roamed today. Pretty terrifying, right? The blue whale. Now, let's talk about one of the most beautiful, gentle, and massive creatures on Earth, the blue whale. These magnificent animals are so precious to many that people fight to protect them. One of the biggest questions people have is, how big is a blue whale really? The answer is not as simple as you might think. Measuring a blue whale is tricky because they constantly swim in the ocean. Many claims suggest they grow over 30 meters in length, but the largest confirmed measurement is just under 30 meters, 29.9 meters to be exact. While some reports say blue whales reach 32 meters, these have been disputed, as the whale wasn't weighed, which skews the results. As for their weight, blue whales can reach up to 200 tons, making them the largest and heaviest creatures on Earth today. Some even claim they're the largest to have ever existed, but it's hard to prove due to prehistoric creatures. Despite their size, blue whales are filter feeders, surviving on small fish. They can be solitary or live in small groups. Sadly, many were hunted for their resources, pushing them close to extinction before conservation efforts began. Yet, they still face threats from ocean pollution and other dangers. We must do better to protect these gentle giants, as they play a crucial role in our world. It would be foolish to let them disappear because of human greed. The giant manta ray. The giant manta ray may not be the largest creature in the ocean, but it's the biggest of its kind, making it truly remarkable. With wingspans reaching over 7 meters, they can easily dwarf any diver that encounters them. Like the blue whale, manta rays are filter feeders, consuming vast amounts of zooplankton by swimming with their mouths wide open. Considered gentle giants, they are fascinating creatures. Manta rays also exhibit interesting behavior based on their environment. In deep waters, they swim in straight lines, while in shallow areas, they weave through the water. They're known to leap out of the water too, sometimes in groups of up to 50, performing aerial stunts like somersaults, almost like an oceanic Olympic routine. These social creatures also visit coral reefs to have parasites cleaned by other fish, demonstrating the power of cooperation in nature. The lion's mane jellyfish. The lion's mane jellyfish is truly fascinating, and not for the reason you might think. Its core body is only about 2 meters long, but it's the tentacles that make it stand out. These tentacles can stretch up to 36 meters, essentially making its tentacles the body of the creature. This means that even if you don't see it, you'll still feel its presence as it moves through the water. This becomes dangerous because if you get caught in its tentacles, they'll not only sting you but stick to you, causing serious trouble. The tentacles are bundled together, so if you get tangled, you're likely to get stung multiple times. Each lobe has 70 to 150 tentacles in up to 4 rows, and they're so thin, escaping them is nearly impossible unless you spot the body first. When combined, its tentacles and body make the lion's mane jellyfish the longest animal in the world, though many don't consider the tentacles as part of the body. These tentacles can even detach and still sting you while drifting. Fortunately, a sting won't be deadly, but it will be excruciating, and vinegar can help relieve the pain. Still, I wouldn't want to get caught in its grasp, and neither should you. The oarfish. The oarfish is a perfect example of humanity's reaction to the unknown. When it was first discovered washed up on a beach, people, including scientists, thought it was a hoax, so strange and extraordinary was its appearance. How big can these creatures get? The largest recorded oarfish reached about 8 meters long, with photos showing multiple people struggling to hold it up. It holds the title of the largest bony fish in the world. Typically deep-sea dwellers, oarfish rise to the surface when they're nearing death, which is why we often find them washed ashore. It's believed that these fish inspired sailors' sea monster myths. If you saw one near your boat, you'd probably think it was a monster too. The sperm whale. The last whale I showed you was the largest and one of the most gentle species, but now let's look at a more aggressive type. There are two whales known for being more vicious, the orca, famous for attacking great white sharks, and the sperm whale, the largest of the toothed whales. Sperm whales can reach 16 meters in length and are powerful hunters, capable of diving deep into the ocean to chase prey anywhere. Their call is the loudest in the animal kingdom, reaching up to 236 dB, louder than a jet engine or a gunshot. With their size and teeth, they hunt a wide range of prey, including octopuses, squids, rays, and even sharks. So yes, while some whales are gentle, others are definitely killers. The whale shark. When you think of sharks, you might picture Jaws or hear about shark attacks, but the truth is, shark attacks are much rarer than you might think. In fact, many sharks are friendly and don't hunt aggressively. The largest shark species, the whale shark, is a prime example. These massive creatures, growing up to 18.8 meters, can be found in tropical oceans worldwide. As filter feeders, they mostly eat plankton and small fish, posing no threat to humans. In fact, many people have safely swum alongside whale sharks without any issues. This should help ease some of your fears about sharks, and I'll be covering more types on this list. The fin whale. I promise this will be the last time I talk about whales, but since they dominate much of our oceans, why not dive into them again? The fin whale earns a special mention here as the second largest whale species, right after the blue whale, making it one of the biggest creatures on Earth. It's also one of the most widespread, found in all but the coldest waters. Despite its massive size, it feeds mainly on small creatures, which raises the question, how does it stay full? Unfortunately, like the blue whale, the fin whale was heavily hunted in the 1800s and 1900s, with an estimated 750,000 killed in the southern hemisphere over 70 years. Though conservation efforts have helped, their recovery has been slow. Experts say that by 2100, their numbers may still fall short of pre-whaling levels. We must do better, or we risk losing these incredible creatures forever. The giant squid. Finally, let's dive into one of the deep's most legendary creatures, the giant squid. This is the creature behind the Kraken myth among sailors, with its size partly supporting the legend. However, it's not quite big enough or strong enough to take down a ship like in Pirates of the Caribbean. So, how big do they really get? Thanks to a form of gigantism, they can grow up to about 10 meters. But since these deep-sea creatures are rarely seen, they could potentially grow even larger in their deep ocean home. Some claim to have spotted ones over 20 meters, but many consider that just a tall tale. The colossal squid. The colossal squid is another massive deep-sea creature, often considered bigger than expected. While some argue the giant squid is longer, estimates suggest the colossal squid can reach lengths of 10 to 14 meters, making it larger in bulk. It's also heavier than the giant squid, giving it more mass. Interestingly, this squid might have been known as early as the 1920s, but it wasn't until the 1980s that the first specimens were found and studied, highlighting how much we still have to learn about ocean life. Leviathan. I've covered modern creatures and their size, but let's take a quick trip back to prehistoric times. The leptocodon is one of the most well-known ancient creatures, thanks to history books and documentaries. Like many prehistoric animals, its size has been debated. A BBC show depicted it as over 25 meters long, but in reality, it was about 10 meters at most. Built for swimming, it used special fins to swiftly ambush its prey. With teeth like that, you'd be glad you're not on its menu.